Buongiorno everyone, welcome back to Lineup Predictions here on the Magpie Channel TV. Couple of news stories from this morning from Brucey's press conference regarding the lads that have been injured, expecting to come back. I'm sure you've heard already. None of them are fit, unfortunately. It's still a little bit too early on for this weekend for Florian Lejeune to make his comeback. Obviously, he's been playing a little bit for the under-23s lately. He played about 70-odd minutes against Aston Villa under-23s on Monday night. Brucey says he's come through the training schedule that he's been on. He's fine, just working on trying to get him some more minutes if we possibly can. He's chomping at the bit, apparently, although this afternoon we played another under-23s game, sorry. Who did we play? West Brom. We just got beat 1-0 off West Brom. So I don't understand. He didn't play in that game. He wasn't involved. I don't understand. If he's chomping at the bit and needing more minutes, and he's not involved this weekend, then why didn't he play then? Why didn't they try and get him like another 45 minutes under his belt? I don't understand that one, but never mind. International breaks coming up as well. After the Bournemouth game, we've got 16 days, I think. 16 days, because from the Saturday, the week after his international break, then when Premier League football comes back the following week, we're not playing until the Monday night away to Aston Villa. So 16 days we've got after the Bournemouth game for these lads to get their fitness back. He said, we'll start with Fabian Schär. Still got a bit to do with Fabian Schär. It's not that bad, which sounds good. Hopefully in 16 days' time he can come back. Obviously he's not going to be involved today. A little bit worried about Matt Ritchie though. Brucey did say that they expected him to be back 10 days ago. But they've put him back into training and it's a bit of a concern. He had a reaction to training apparently. He pulled up and it's caused a bit of a setback. So who knows how long that's going to be. Is another 16 days after the Bournemouth game going to be enough for him? Possibly not. Might have to wait another few weeks before we see Matt Ritchie back in a black and white shirt. So that's a bit disappointing, but the positive is that last week we played really, really well. So onto the lineup there. I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change a thing. The back five was sensational. The only question is Shelvey, who played his best game definitely this season. I don't even know how long, probably midwinter last season. Like, that's the best I've seen Shelvey play. But will he play two good games in a row? That's the question. Like, he only seems to get like a few, like one here, and then he's a bit dodgy for a while. So, but I would definitely stick with it. We're at home now. Obviously, Hayden's still back. He came back last week following a suspension. He was unbelievable. With the front three, I would still keep it the same. Obviously, Saint-Maximin, I thought, had his best game. You know how much I love Saint-Maximin. Yeah, he had his best game against West Ham, so hopefully he can keep on with that momentum. Almiron and Joelinton, I predicted them last week, knowing that it wouldn't happen. If I was honest with myself, I knew that wasn't going to happen. Other than that, it was going to be bang on for the third week in a row. Doing all right. But I knew they wouldn't. I just put my neck on the line and said that they would get a rest and would start with Atsu and Gale. They both played, and they both played really, really well. Joelinton done well, just needs more service. Like, once he gets a few more chances, the goals will come, I'm sure of it. He's just not getting enough service. Almiron had another really good game, but he missed that chance, didn't he? I want him to get a goal. I'm dying to see a goal for Almiron. Joelinton as well. But with Almiron, we need to stick with him because we know there's a player in there. Like, there's definitely a good player there. A goal will come, I'm sure, an assist will come. We just need to be patient, unfortunately. With the bench, Matty Longstaff, shout out Matty Longstaff as well, just been called up to the under-20s today, as well as getting goal of the month in the Premier League. Buzzing for him. He's an option to come off if Shelvey is having a bit of a stinker. Atsu, Gale, Carroll as well. Dummett and Kraft, we've got some great options there. So I'm going to stick with what we did last week. There's a couple of other ones. I have been saying for a few weeks that I've been wanting to change the formation. I just don't know. I just think this is what we're comfortable with. I think we've got too many good defenders to start leaving them out. And even with a couple injured, like Shah and Lejeune, like people that have been stepping up, Fernandes and Clark have been outstanding, so I wouldn't want to touch them at all. But if we're going to be at home against a team like Bournemouth, I know they beat Man United last week, but they haven't been doing very well lately. It's particularly on the goal front. They've only been able to get just a goal a game, just like what we have, really, apart from last week where we finally managed to get more than 1 goal a game. So if we were going to switch it up, which I would be happy to see, I would go with this. I'd go with the 4 at the back, keeping Fernandes in, because I think he's more solid in a defensive 2 than what Clark would be. As a 3, they're all superb, but with 1 missing, there's 1 less to rely on, and I think Fernandes would be a bit more comfortable there. Shelvey and Hayden again, with a front 3 with Almiron in the middle. I think he needs to be tried there, because everyone knows that's his preferred position. That's what we signed him to be. Being out left isn't really where he wants to be, even though he's quick, he can cause fullbacks a problem. Just number 10, I think he'd be more comfortable on the ball, being a bit more creative, with pacey guys out wide like Atsu and Saint-Maximin, and Joe Linton up top, obviously. So I would love to see that. I kind of hope we do play that, but I just know deep down Brucey's going to stick with a 5-2-3, like what we've been playing all season. When he did try and change to a 4 at the back formation was obviously against Leicester, where we got stuffed. So it could be a risk, but I think it would be a good risk to have. Let's say we've got the international break coming up. I'm quite confident of getting a win, because this is Newcastle all over. Whenever the international break comes is when we'll finally start getting a bit of momentum. We get a couple of good wins, we're looking good, then the international break comes and pisses it all against the wall. So if we do change up, I would be quite happy to see that 4-2-3-1. Also, in the preview me and Renty did the other day, just got released last night, which if you haven't seen, go and watch that. A bit more about this game as a whole. We'll talk about Bournemouth more than likely playing a 4-3-3. And I was thinking, if we played that and matched them, I think that would be a good formation for us to try. Maybe obviously not keep with it, but if we were going to play that 4-3-3 here, that means you could bring Matty Longstaff in against with the experience of Shelvey and Hayden. I think them 3 could be unbelievable together, and go with the 3 up front that we're used to, with Almiron and Saint-Maximin out wide. I think that would give them a bit more cover, and all having another midfielder that could push forward. I think Matty looks quite good when he goes forward. I think he played more of like a number 10 role when he started his first game against Leicester in the Cup, didn't he? So I think that would be good, you know. I'd love to see this, a 4-3-3. But out of them 3, let me know which one you would choose, or what you fancy more. Or if there's any other formation, stick it in the comments, and I'll show it in next week's video, or the week after ones, because there isn't going to be one next week. I'm just interested in changing formations, because I hate seeing 5 at the back. It's too defensive, especially when we're at home. But in certain games, it has worked out for us, like Tottenham, United, West Ham. Even a few other games like Chelsea, we played that and played really well. Like and subscribe to the Magpie Channel TV. Thanks for watching, everyone. Enjoy yourself.